Hi, this is Rob. Welcome back to the homestead. Uh, Tonight I am making chicken enchiladas, and this was taught to me by a friend a long, long time ago. Um, and I'm sure it's different than the way it was originally shown to me, but this is how we do it. We really like it. It's kind of a staple in our house. We can make two really good meals out of it. Way two good meals. Um, Stuff that you'll need is some vegetable oil, a pan. Um, and this particular pan is a carbon pan that some close friends of ours gave to us for a Christmas gift that was way too much. Enough about the pan. Um, a dish. Um, a, this is a Pyrex dish that I can put in the oven. We'll preheat the oven to 350. Some flour tortillas. Some leftover chicken. Um, Cabot. 4 Mexican cheese. Shreds. Um, had a little package left, and I use a full pack. An onion, some black olives, and the green enchilada sauce is the stuff that we like. So I am gonna kind of shred up the chicken, slice up the olives. Other thing that I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use a pie plate to put the enchilada sauce in. First thing we're gonna do is just put a little cooking oil in here, and we're gonna brown the flour tortillas. So why don't we start there first, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'm just letting the oil warm up in the pan. Get my flour tortillas ready to go because it's fast and furious once you get it going. And I usually cook up 8. I'll do 8 tortillas, and that usually fills the pan, and we'll have a good dinner, and we'll have plenty of leftovers. So these are a little sticky, and you can you can do these however you want. You can put whatever you like in them. We just do the black olives, the onions, and the chicken, and the cheese, and then when we're serving it, we will serve it with salsa and Cabot sour cream. All right, now we're just going to brown up these tortillas, and they go quick. And just kind of try and keep the air out of them so they don't blow up like balloons. See, they're just kind of a little golden. It doesn't take very long at all once you get them going. I suppose I should have a glass of wine going or something, but I don't. Once we get this part of it done, I'll be able to slow down a little bit. But right now, you gotta kind of stay on the ball with this. It's like cooking bacon. You'll burn it quick. And there we go. All right, Now that we got those prepared, we can move on to chop up the chicken, the black olives, and the onion. And I'll come back to you when I get those all chopped up. So I got the onions and the black olives chopped up, and I have to confess, I use this on the black olives. It really works great. It's like a heavy-duty egg cutter type thing. It's got blades instead of wires. Really like it. So I don't know where my wife got it, but it was a well worthwhile purchase. I'm gonna move on to the chicken, and once we get that all cut up, I'll come back. All right, if you guys were wondering why I don't show pictures of me chopping anything up, is because I don't chop like people on YouTube does. But gonna have a beer. This is the Von Trapp Dunkel. It's a dark lager, and it's one of my favorites. So this will be drinking a German beer with a Mexican restaurant. Yum. Even smells good. So here we go. Cheers. Yum. All right. Pyrex. Let's see what it says for a size on there. Usually says on the bottom. I don't see it. But whatever size you like that will fit your tortillas will be perfect. So we've got everything lined up. Got the chicken, the black olives, and the onions. And, cheese. Can't forget the cheese. Sorry if you can't see very well what's going on, but in this little house that we're living in right now, I'm limited on space. I have to, full disclosure here, I work at Cabot. Great cheese. And I know a lot of my military friends and family, I send it out to them every year for Christmas. And I know you guys out in the West like that Tillamook cheese. And my friends out in Wisconsin like the yellow cheese. But if you have the opportunity, try the Cabot cheese. It's really good. I mean, I eat it every day. I work there. It's awesome. So what I'm doing is I'm just soaking these tortillas individually, getting them nice and moist in the enchilada sauce. And I'm just going to put them right into the pan. And I'm going to put everything together in the pan. And I usually start with the chicken. And I'll try and figure out about dividing it into eighths. But some days I have some real chicken enchiladas. And some days I have just plain cheese enchiladas by the time I get done. So it's all good. Believe me, there's no such thing as a bad enchilada. And I go heavy on the cheese. It's probably why I'm so fat. And then I just roll it up. And I'll tuck it away at the end. And I'll do another one. So I'll let you hang with me while I do these. Usually goes pretty quick. Chicken. And if you know, this one's pretty crispy and it'll crack and pop as I roll it up. It's not a big deal. It once it cooks, it you won't even know it once it comes out. And it can be as fat as you want it to be, because you're just going to fold it in half almost and slide it to the side. The biggest problem with this is your hands get all gooky and it's tough to make a beer break. Or a wine break, or a bourbon break, or whatever you prefer. Iced tea, that's fine too. Sometimes I'll make these with the grandkids around, and I won't put black olives in some of them, and you know, grandkids can be picky, but for the most part, our kids eat whatever I make. I just don't tell them something's in there. Sometimes they'll question me about a mushroom or something like that. But you can see, man, I'm running out of space quick here. That's okay. We'll squeeze them up tight. So even if you have leftovers of the chicken or the cheese or any of the ingredients, I just throw them right on top. Even, you know, the enchilada sauce. Oops, got ahead of myself there. Even the enchilada sauce, I'll dump some of it over the top of it and then put cheese over the top of that. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I just wing it. It always turns out very yummy though. I'm sure Midge will pop her face in here and verify that here eventually. It's funny, I learned how to cook a lot of stuff by just listening to people, and you know, be out and someone makes something and I'll ask them how they do it. And till recently, you know, I watch people's YouTube videos, and there's some really great stuff out there. Little farm girl that her family does row crop farming out in the Midwest, and she does this amazing chicken dish that we did the other night. It was so good. I'll put a link in it down below for her video. I think her name is Erin. Anyways, she runs a grain cart for her father in harvest, and she's done some pretty neat meals. There's other ones too that we've done. I know Outdoors with the Morgans, or Morgans Off the Leash. I think she's done one in the Instapot that we tried that was really good. And we've had that a couple times now. So thank you if you guys are watching. I doubt it, but you never know. I think it was her neighbor's recipe. I didn't really get into the YouTube thing until we decided to cut the cord on cable or satellite. We got sick of the bills. It was like $120 a month. And with my job, I get up early in the morning, and I go to bed very early at night. So I wasn't watching a lot of TV. I think we watched an hour of television a night. And I started watching the YouTube stuff and some of the free stuff, and we can get maybe 2 or 3 channels using a digital antenna. Of course, we live in the middle of nowhere, so we're limited on that. But we decided that we wouldn't do that anymore. So I started watching YouTube, and there's some really great shows out there if you guys haven't watched any. And you're just like a friend of mine and you're watching my video just to see what the hell I'm doing. Look around on YouTube. I mean, there's some great programming. We enjoy the outdoor stuff, so we watch the Outdoor Boys, one of our favorites. They always download on Saturday morning. So we just wait with bated breath for that one to come out. And the guy is very smart. He's a lawyer, and he and his wife have 3 little boys, and they take them out on excursions out into the wild. And it's a lot of fun to watch, and the kids are they're on the ball. For little guys. They do really well. All right, so I've used up pretty much all my ingredients here. Just spreading it over the top. I'm going to dump, not all of this because I don't want it to be crazy wet, but I'm going to dump a pretty good chunk of this over the top. I think that's good. I didn't use up all my tortillas, but that's fine. And I'm just going to kind of spread this out. And then I had this little partial bag of cheese, which is kind of a sin in our family. There's no such thing as a half-open thing of cheese. And I'm just going to sprinkle this right over the top of it. Oop, dog's happy. Drop a little cheese. Ellie Mae's right there to clean up. One of our little black labs. And that is that. So I am going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes, and it'll get all bubbly and yummy and mixed together. And meanwhile, I'm going to enjoy a beer. All right, here we go. Look, Allie. There we are. Set the timer for 25 minutes. And I'll get back to you when they're done. All right, so it's been about 25 minutes or so. And looks pretty cheesy. I don't really care for it to be brown on top, so I don't really brown it, but some people do, I guess. A little brown around the edges. I'm going to take you down and show you what we got. So this is what it looks like. And I will put some on a plate, and I'll show you again. So this is what we end up with here. It's not pretty, but it is yummy. So enjoy the video and you try this and it turns out good. Let me know. And if you have other ideas for it, I'm always willing to listen. But this is just a delicious, hearty meal. And we really enjoy it. So like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.